Georgia is peaking at the right time. They're peaking in the month of December when the college football playoff is just around the corner. And after playing a tough schedule, they get nearly a month off of rest and preparation. And you know they're preparing for Ole Miss. You know they're preparing for Ole Miss because maybe Tulane will beat Ole Miss, but Ole Miss is going to be the team that poses a threat to them out of that first round game. The reason why Georgia's playing their best football and why they have a great, excellent shot of winning it all is their pass rush is peaking. So, overall on the season, they've hit a 4.19 sack percentage. But in their past three games, I know that includes Charlotte, but it also includes Alabama, who was the only team to beat them. And they controlled that game, the first matchup. They've had a 6.06% sack percentage over the past three games, facing Georgia Tech, a wonderful college offensive line, and Alabama, who in theory has several NFL players on their offensive line and has performed admirably in terms of havoc rate, and they're a good pass blocking unit. And Georgia was able to dismantle Alabama. They were able to beat Tech in a defensive game, limited possession game, a game that honestly does favor Georgia Tech. And that defense and pass rush has come alive. And that's incredible, a testament to the coaching staff. And you're going to need it to win the national title. You can't win a national title with the pass rush that Georgia had against Ole Miss, where I remember watching them sending 5 or 6 against Ole Miss's O-line, and all of them got stopped at the line of scrimmage. I'm thinking to myself, this is Ole Miss's line of scrimmage. This is not Ohio State's. It's not Oregon's. It's not even close to Indiana's, Miami's, or your own, or let alone Alabama's. You're not going to win it all if you're playing this way. This channel will make you a college football expert and help you enjoy watching games and make more accurate predictions. So what are you waiting for? Like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, comment your thoughts, and watch the video all the way through so that you can get the full package. And check the description and pinned comment for more ways to help yourself and this channel. But they have come so much further since that game, since their loss to Alabama, since the near disaster against Tennessee, where they struggled to get pressure, and now they're getting home. And the defense overall looks better. The coverage is better. They are sticking to their men, to their assignments. They have live in-game coaching adjustments, as you would expect from an elite staff. And against Alabama, all of Alabama's yards, the vast majority of it was yards after catch stuff. Georgia was able to lock down the field. And with the struggles they had again with Tennessee, Alabama the first time, where Alabama was dictating the game through the air, and the game against Ole Miss, they've come a ways in coverage. And same thing with the pass rush. You need a great defense. Defense wins championships is the cliche. But it's true. You need a championship caliber defense to win a championship. You need a championship caliber offense too, but defense is more correlated with national championships just slightly than offense is. Just slightly. Though part of that is because points per game offensively has a hard time differentiating the style of offense, and there's more, I think, a diversity in styles of successful offense than styles of successful defense. But anyway, I didn't need to go on that tangent. Point being, Georgia is peaking defensively, and they are playing their best ball on defense, their most aggressive, their most fundamentally sound ball on defense that they have in all of 2025. On top of that, the offense has not dropped off. Against Georgia Tech, Gunnar Stockton struggled and the offense struggled. But we've seen before in, say, 2022 or 23 or last year where Georgia did not exactly have good games against Georgia Tech. And I think that has more to do with the rivalry game and how Georgia Tech plays in clean old-fashioned hate than anything else. After watching that game with Brent Key as Georgia Tech's head coach and Kirby Smart as Georgia's, I think that game is just always going to be competitive and always full of hate and always just high-level tension, excitement, emotions, ratcheted up to a peak. I don't think that game is ever going to be one-sided as long as those two are there, with maybe a rare exception here and there. Against Alabama, they scored 28 points. They were able to drive methodically down the field, yes, with some short fields, but they were able to put together drives nonetheless against a defense that, look, for Alabama, their defense has improved weekly. Their defense right now is at its best. Their offense has just regressed and kind of slid off a cliff here. Georgia's has not. They're the number 12 They're the number 12 offense per ESPN's efficiency and the number 15 defense per ESPN's efficiency. I also think that an outscoring DeBoer in the SEC championship game and Steve Sarkisian in the regular season, so their two most recent their two most recent top 10 victories, was by a combined score of 63-17. So an average of, let me calculate this, an average of 23 points per game victory over Texas and over Alabama. That shows me Kirby still has it, where he schooled DeBoer in that one game that more than makes up for his two losses to DeBoer, his losing record against him, and he schooled Steve Sarkisian. Schooled him. And those are some of the best coaches in the business. The onside kick against Texas, the decision to go for it 4th and 1 from his own field against Alabama didn't exactly pay off, but he still made it. Gutsy call, converted it. The blocked punt at the beginning of the game that really gave Georgia that momentum there. That game was really never in doubt. And it's a testament to Kirby Smart in Georgia and the culture that he's built, the staff that he's built, the type of coach that he is. With 2 top 5 wins, and by 2 top 5 wins, I don't mean that Texas is a top 5 team or Alabama's a top 5 team. I don't think they are. But Texas is top 15, if not top 10. Alabama's certainly still top 10. And Georgia killed and murdered both of them. Therefore, making it more impressive than, say, you are Texas A&M and you beat Notre Dame by 1 point. What Georgia did is more impressive than that. Or you're Miami and you beat, 6th, 5th, or top 5 power-rated Notre Dame by 3 points. What Georgia did was more impressive, for example. Georgia holds 2 of the 5 most impressive wins in America. Indiana holds another 2 over Oregon and Ohio State, who are power-rated higher than both Texas and Alabama. And that is what you need to win a national title as well. The recipe is you can beat big teams. You have beaten great teams entering the playoffs. You are, healthy enough and or deep enough to play at a high level in the playoffs. Georgia is. They have a great defense. Georgia, in recent memory, over the past month, has had a fantastic defense. And your offense can move the ball and control the game and dictate the pace. And Georgia can do that. That's why Georgia football is playing their best football right here, right now, and why they can win the national title and should expect to. Thank you for watching. It's my mission on College Football with Sam to make you the most informed, knowledgeable, and entertained fan as possible. We aren't perfect, but we hit the nail on the head more often than we hit our thumb with the hammer. Make sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, comment, and if you're here, you've probably already watched the whole video. So thank you for doing those things.